We are headed out to Oilfield MX Ranch. That's our place. And I'm gonna go play around with a couple things this morning. And I'm gonna start, I don't know, I might put the forks on the skid steer, move some stuff, just move a bunch of stuff. I'm really contemplating this auction idea. I know it's not a good time to do it, but I think I have a lot of stuff that I've gotten for such a good value that I still think I'll come out doing pretty good. So I kind of want to get a lay. I mean, I know what it looks like out there, but I want to kind of strategize on how I'm going to lay everything out so that when I actually do have the auction out here, I can basically I'll be able to have a nice area where people can walk around, observe everything, and then when the auctioneer actually comes out, they have a little pickup that they drive like through the whole lots, all the lots. So I got to make like some rows and some things like that, and see if I can't put this auction idea into fruition. I think I'll feel a lot better once I unload a lot of this stuff it's just kind of, it clogs up your mind. Like we talked about the feng shui, having everything in order, having a place for everything is always, I really believe that helps with your mind and keeping your mind clear. So let's go out to the ranch and play around a little bit and see what we got. I mean, are you serious right now? He's like, he just can't contain himself when he knows he's going out to the ranch. He can't hardly contain himself. Sadie, she's just relaxing back there. She knows we're headed out there, and she's not in any big hurry. But Bud just can't help it. Bud, you can't help it, can you? Cannot help it. Messing up my videos. Definitely picked a good day. It's only 82 right now, which is, well, I'm gonna say it's pretty darn good for the way it's been. The last week and a half, 2 weeks down here was in the hundreds. And, so that typically means it's about 90 degrees when you wake up in the morning. And that's no fun. I'll take 82 any day right now. I like it. We'll go mess around for an hour or two before it gets too hot, and get back home. Washougal, the motocross races are on, and that's one of my favorite ones. So I want to get home and get settled and watch my racing this afternoon. And maybe we'll do something at the house. I don't know. We'll make barbecue or cook something up, and probably just have the down day the rest of the day, and get ready for Monday, because we've got to go up to Sacramento, and then that should be a fun little adventure. We're going to go up to Sacramento, do the job walk, and then we're going to be going to back up to Mammoth. So we're going to go the other way around, which will go through Tahoe maybe, or we might try and go through Yosemite. But I think it'll be too late in the day for Yosemite, so we'll have to just scoot on up to Tahoe and go that route. The old Ranchero. Can't wait to see these hills when they get back green again. That's slightly depressing, the brown everywhere, but it's only a couple months, it'll be back. Green, green, green. So there's the track. Looks a little different this time of year. It's a beautiful track. I just got to figure out some logistics on. I got tank here, another tank there. I need about 4 more of those tanks strategically placed below these other ones. So what I'll do is my water comes from up here, and I run a line down to this tank, and then I run line down to that tank, and then I lower and lower, all gravity, and I'm able to fill from up here. Everything pushes down to there, and some of these harder areas to get to. But I think what we'll end up being able to eventually achieve is to have a sprinkler system around the whole thing. It's not going to be cheap by any means, but slowly but surely I'll be able to have that. And that'll allow me, like a day like today with 80 degrees, as long as I had the water, would be a great day to be out here riding. It'd be just awesome. But unfortunately, I am stuck with the rain. When it rains, that's when we ride. And that's fine, because it's literally a hobby for now. It's not anything we're trying to make a living with. So here is the auction area here, and I got everything really compacted tightly, so I'm thinking like rows down each way where you can, and I just need to set it. I got it set up pretty nice, but I think I just got everything kind of a little bit too tight. The New Holland and the Case dozer back there have already been accepted by the San Joaquin Air Board, so they're going to give me a substantial credit for these machines, a lot more than I could sell them for, like a lot, which will allow me to go to San Joaquin Tractor and pick up 2 newer pieces of equipment with a large credit towards those machines, some air compliant machines. So I can't wait. That takes 18 months. We're probably close to a year into the process. So by next year at this time, I should have the new machines that I want, and we should be in pretty good shape. But no, don't be doing that. So you're trying to eat something, another bone. Yeah, don't be eating that bone, bud. So we got the Condor up here, and this thing is a beast. I mean a beast. It's a total beast. Now this right here, I believe this is the controls for the to run it from the ground. Yep, that's it. So you can start the thing from back here and everything. So should we open it up and see what it can do? I know nothing about this. I mean, it's got great tires on it, good tires. So I thought, if I can't find a way to utilize this somehow, well, I thought about removing the whole entire boom and putting a C-train on the bed and fully converting that C-train into a something you could live in. It's probably a stupid idea, I know, but I just think it'd be so cool because it's got the all-wheel drive. And wouldn't that be like, so you had the C-train, right? If you can envision this, you can easily put, I almost think you can definitely put larger than a 20-foot, but if you put a 20-footer on there, you'd almost have a deck on the back that you could have like as a rear patio, and that would be kind of cool. Somebody that really wanted to spend some money here could convert this into something that'd be a one-off thing that nobody would have. You could pull this as your little supply trailer behind you. The wheels kind of match, so you'd have your little supply trailer, your fully off-grid thing, Now that would be a float for the parade. That would be a showstopper. That would be an absolute showstopper. But the only problem is it would cost a lot of money to do that, so probably not going to do it. It's just we all have hopes and dreams, right? And I can't believe these things here, brand spanking new. I'm just telling you guys, nothing is moving right now. $1,500 for these. These are like, I don't know, they're $2,500, $2,800 new. These are brand new, never been used. And I can't get somebody to come in at $1,500 and buy any of this stuff. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable what kind of the way things are going. It's kind of scary. I think the Epstein stuff and Trump's just really falling down on the job right now. Everybody knows it. We all know it. We've seen it. I really don't know if this is some kind of way that they're... You've heard, probably, some of you guys have probably heard about the 5D chess and this and that. And 5D chess, you know, I guess they're playing 5D chess, trying to... I think it's it's psychological warfare on the American people. And the Democrats and the Republicans are playing in unison to create psychological warfare to essentially keep us out of our frequencies that we should be in, keep us thinking about things that we shouldn't be thinking about, and instead of thinking about life and how it should be. But that's a whole nother, I could make a whole video on some of this stuff. One thing though, like we said earlier, there's nothing in the skies. And I know somebody's gonna come in and say, oh, it's too hot for that. But funny thing is, we're seeing it in other places, but we're just not seeing it here right now. And I saw a couple the other day, but nothing like what we normally see. So to me, that's very strange. It went from an everyday thing, and last summer it was every day too. I don't care how hot it was. We had them last summer too. The trails were everywhere. And it's a little different, so I don't know if that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, but who knows. Let's fire this bad boy up and see what we got. All right, so we got, like I said, I don't know much about it, but we're gonna play around with it a little bit. So we got the master switch here, which gives us power, and then we've got the ignition. Let's see if she's gonna fire up. Oop, we got power, we got half a tank of fuel. There's our air. This thing's got 8,000 miles on it. 8,000 miles. 1,981 hours. Oh, wow. That's a beast. I gotta check what engine. I think it's got a Detroit. Very cool. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. We're gonna unhook the straps. That up under in the shade so the sun doesn't tear it up. Gotta get that one off, and then I'll try to, I think I'll control it from the bottom. I might get in the basket, but I'm by myself, so I don't want to die. Alright. Well, let's see if it'll move. Tires turn. Look at that. Four-wheel steering in the front. Guys, this thing is, I don't know. If somebody doesn't come along real quick, I may just go ahead and get rid of it. I mean, keep it. Air brake in. Put it down in first. Oh boy. So I want to pull it out here and I'm gonna put the pads out. See if I can figure out how to put the pads out on it. So it doesn't have park, it just has neutral. Where's the horn? Right here? It works. This thing's cool. I don't care what anybody says. This thing is super cool. All right, let's play around with these. So that one, he chained it up. That one leaks, so that one needs to be fixed. Didn't leak very much. Okay, so I just realized this thing actually has an auxiliary motor, which is right here. It might be out of gas. It sounds like a little, I didn't even know it had that. And that's what runs the hydraulics on it. That's your diesel. The little motor is, I don't know right exactly where, it's not right here. Oh no, it's right there. Yeah, I think that's it. So this is your little, your hydraulic motor. And where's the fuel for this? Where do you put fuel in that thing at? It's got a starter on it, so that's definitely got to be the engine. Like I said, I'm learning here with you guys on how to play around with this thing. I gotta find the fuel tank for that and see if we can put some fuel in it. Well, I'm kind of buffaloed here with this thing. So it's got an auxiliary motor that runs off that key, which that engine is right over here. I found all these keys, like 4 different keys to be used on the machine, and it kind of sounds like it's a gas engine, but I don't see a tank to fill it up with gas. And I'm looking for the lines, like where they go. I think this is actually a little diesel auxiliary motor. The only thing I can think right now is that that's off, and none of these keys seem to want to do anything there. I've looked around everywhere. I've been looking all over for different keys. It's got literally 4 different types of keys that comes with it. I'm assuming maybe there's a key for operating that. I don't really know. I'm a little bit perplexed. It's pretty cool. It's got air, so you can run air tools from up high. It's got power up there. This thing's freaking sweet. I just got to figure out how to run it. Because if I shut the main engine off, I can do it right here. no problem. The horn works from back here. And then this is the little auxiliary motor. It just cranks and cranks. I feel like that key is turned off, so it's not getting any power. And I cannot find a key that works. I have all these keys and none of them work. I've got these, which go to that. So I figured, well, that's the same key that starts it from the back. So that same key should work up here in this little configuration here, because it does look like it's in the off position. I would imagine that's off. But I can't get the key to go in. And then I've got this set here. And then I've got this set, which is completely different. But it won't go in either. It's not wanting to go in. Unless I'm just retarded. But now I'm not getting it in there. It's not going any further than that. The only other thing I could do is open that box and bypass the switch. So I'm not sure if I'm up for all that today. But I see these fuel lines here. Fuel lines are coming from somewhere. I see some fuel leaking right there out of that. Okay, let me smell that, see if that's... Oh, it's diesel. It's definitely diesel. So this little guy is a diesel engine. And I'm pretty sure that's my problem. Is I'm turned off. I'm turned off at the switch there. So I'm not getting any power to my motor. I'm gonna hunt around and see if I can't find another key somewhere. I don't even know what that set of keys goes for. This set here is the same thing. It's got 2 keys on it. That's for the ignition, and then this one here, I thought, well, this one's probably for that, but it won't go in either. No matter what I do, I cannot get it to go in the ignition here. It's just like, maybe the ignition's stuck, I don't know. But we've got full pressure, air. It's got good oil pressure. It's been running for a while. It's running less than 180. It's not running hot. I don't hear any leaks. No air leaks. That's rare. It's got air off the back that you can run. Maybe fill up your tires or run auxiliary. It's got air up in the basket, so that's cool. That's nothing. That's dead. That's dead too. Okay. So, I don't know. Well, it's got air running to it, so maybe there's another shutoff somewhere that I don't know about. I don't know, any of you guys know anything about these Condor 150s? I know it was a pricey machine in its time. And I just can't believe nobody's standing in line to give me $25,000 for this. I've seen other ones, like I said, I've seen them on Marketplace and other places. You don't see them very often, but $90,000 for something like this that's a little bit better shape, I'll give you that. This thing's in great shape. It just looks rough because it's been parked most of its life. It's only got 8,900 miles on it and 1,900 hours of runtime. So that's nothing for something like this. And I'll keep playing with it. I don't think I'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep trying. If I do, I'll pop back in on the video. And I really wanted to get it all extended up in the air and then go up top and kind of show you the dominance of how high it'll actually go, because I've seen it. The guy that had it before, the guy that I got it from, he had it parked out at his place, and he left it completely extended up for like a long time, just sitting out there, like you could see it from miles away. He was trying to sell it to, but he was asking like $85,000 for it. And the price went down dramatically over a couple of deals that I wasn't involved in. And I ended up getting it. I have about $15,000 of my time and money invested in this, the ammo trailer, which that ammo trailer it's a really nice trailer for a hobbyist, right? It's going to be a hobby person. But so I got this, I got that, and I got all of these implements here. And then I had a cement mixer that goes on the skid steer, which is, I took that up to Mammoth. We're using that today, actually. The guys are using it today for the first time. So I'm really curious to see how that thing pans out for them. And I'm gonna get an update here at some point. But I got the cement mixer, the two, they call those land rakes. Mowers. I have another mower back there. That wasn't part of the deal. That was one I got a long time ago. And then I got these forks, brand new set of forks, never been used. And then I also got this for the front of the skid steer, which is a PTO attachment. So you can put this on the front of your skid steer and run different implements that are kind of made by landowner, I would imagine. Or, you know, there's probably some other people that make them, but it's a PTO drive. So you can put a post hole digger or possibly a trencher. I think you could probably put a trencher, maybe. I don't know a whole lot about it, but the disc came with it too. That was kind of a freebie, but that's a nice disc. It looks old. The older ones are better. That's made out of heavy steel. That's a heavy disc. And you put that behind the little New Holland or something small, and you can do some serious work with it. It's got the cleaners on every tine, which is good. Keeps you from getting balled up. Looks like it's missing a couple here, but those are easy enough to make. We could make a couple of those, and but if you're not using it when it's super wet, you don't even need those. That just keeps the thing from balling up on you. So I don't know what I would get for this block, but the block sells for $2-3 a block retail. You know me, like I'll probably want to build some kind of wall out of this stuff. I don't know, but I know I'm crazy. I know. You don't have to tell me. This is fun for me. I really enjoy doing this. So the auction idea, I have a real hard. It's kind of dumb, but I struggle with the thought of doing the auction, especially paying them. The auctioneers get 20% of everything. So if I was to sell all this stuff at cheap prices at auction, just go ahead and take another 20% right off the top, and that would be the check that I get. So we got, this whole yard is full back here. Got both those C-trains are full. That C-train's full of just a lifetime. It seems like a lifetime. It's probably 10 years of accumulation, because, you know, I was working for somebody before I started doing all this, and I didn't start really accumulating things until I got into business on my own. And it's probably a double-edged sword that I've had, is where I'm always willing to do, I'll trade you for something, or I'll do this. And, you know I'm getting a really good value out of the things that I trade for, but you have the double-edged sword of, now it's sitting out here at the yard and you need to figure out something to do with it. And I've had a plan for every single piece of equipment that's out here, every single thing I've had, and I really gotta find the time to do this stuff because I'm working all the time. So this is like, I tell myself, you know, in retirement, I'll tool around out here and I'll fix one thing up and get it all nice, and then I'll sell that and I'll do that, and that'll be kind of like a little retirement thing for me. But it's probably a pipe dream, more like. But there you have it. Hope you enjoyed watching me mess around with that Condor. I enjoyed playing around with it a little bit. It's starting to get hot, so I'm gonna wrap it up. We might go out and look at those FEMA pressure systems one last time. Those are going to be brought out here in the next 2 weeks. Got 14 of those things, and we'll talk about those a little bit when we go out there. And maybe one of you guys out there needs something like that for your off-grid compound. I'm definitely going to keep maybe 4 of them for here, and I think the neighbor wants to get 2, so I've only got 8 available to sell. But if I sell those and come out clean on that, I'll have 4 of them basically for free. All I got to do is kind of integrate them into whatever I'm doing out here, so it shouldn't be too hard.